basically what you're doing. Even if it's a flat rate for everything. I don't believe it changes per weight. That would be even stupider. But either way, I just hate going to the bike section. Well, actually, any section at the Walmart by my house, because half the time it's one of the sections that has the glass case, because a couple years ago I guess they had problems, too many problems, and they locked up all the bike stuff, which sucks because it takes so. I've sat there one time with some lady for like 20 to 30 minutes on a Sunday, at least 25 if not 30 minutes, and finally even after we both kept pressing the button for assistance, she finally called and complained from the aisle. And then like 5 minutes after that or something, 5 to 10 minutes after she called, someone finally came to help us. So annoying. I just had to go in because I was across the street and I ran over a thorn, and I lucked out that I was right there. Otherwise, I didn't have a reason to be there. It's just how the situation worked out. I just happened to be riding my bike in the area, needed to buy a new tube. Took forever, but I had all my tools and my portable pump and some levers, so it's all good. Oh, whoops. So once I finally got out the store, it didn't take me that long to get going again. It was just insanely annoying. But for me, I had nothing to do, so it didn't really change much. I just stood there for forever. So that's why I would prefer to use the pickup option, because that isn't the only time it's happened. It's happened since then, but the wait wasn't as long those times. Very inconvenient. Why even have the button to say you need assistance if it takes 15 to 40 minutes to come? Could even send someone to say, oh, it'll be a few minutes. A little courtesy. Or it didn't take that long to even deal with us, so. I was worried someone was gonna come up that street. She's off the sidewalk. Don't know if it came in, but underneath there's a red door to the left where that bar was I just passed for a couple years before he passed away. My second cousin, my dad's cousin, that was more like my dad's brother than my uncle. So basically, my cousin uncle, just because he was a cool guy. He lived on there for a few years. That was a rough year when he died, because one of their cousins also passed away around the same time, either before or after, and then their uncle as well, so my great uncle, so that was rough. Then both one grandparent from each side a few months later in 2006. Rough few years there. Especially for my dad, because it was his dad, two of his cousins, his uncle, and he was close to all of them. So, and it's quick succession, just a few months in between each of them, give or take. Then at the end of 2006, my mom's mom died. Community pool. I'm not gonna go all the way up this hill. I think I mentioned it in at least one other video when I was over here. There used to be a lot of shows at this community center, right yonder to my left, right there. It was a spot. Some of my friends played there, and then in some bands, and then some friends of theirs that they knew from either going to school or just from being in band, and they played the same show sometimes, even if they weren't the same style. Just be a kind of a hodgepodge of a bill. I'm not gonna go all the way up here, even though I could, but yeah, no. Since my spoke already came loose, probably shouldn't be riding anyways. Gonna check my Poshmark real quick. If someone liked something, maybe I could get a sale. I really need to get a new case. This is my case for my phone. It's the one that came with it. It says meow. I thought it was a lady in like her 40s or 50s that owned it, because that's who was selling it, but I'm pretty sure it was her teenage daughters once I got it, because there was one profile still on it, and it said it was the health app thing where you put, for an iPhone, where you put your weight and age and height, and it had some of her info. So that's what made more sense. I wish I'm gonna get some adhesive of some sort, so I could put the, once I find it, it came with a pop socket, but since it was used, it ended up coming off because I kept pulling it too hard by accident, so the adhesive wore out. But it's kind of, I think it had the sticker on it was Galaxy theme, something like that. I liked it. Might have to buy a new one though to replace it if I can't find the one I have, or if I can't find a adhesive that'll work with it. And the person that liked the item, I'm not gonna send them an offer because it's already super low. No point. Kind of wish I would have took an offer on this mixed bag of Pokemon cards I have, because it was an auction on eBay, and I sent them a counter for 15, and I had it listed at 19, and they never got back to me. And then it relisted it, or it's about to, or I have to, I don't know, because I need a couple bucks so my eBay store doesn't get suspended. It's kind of teetering because I didn't have enough money to pay for my store subscription, so I'm late on it. So now, at the moment, I can't list anything new But if it keeps persisting, I won't be able to do anything until the balance is done. But now it's only a couple bucks because I did 7 yesterday just to have it lowered a little. But I countered the card offer with a message because I didn't explain why, but I asked if they could go somewhere between 10 and 15 because I had added free shipping on purpose to see if it would quicken the sale since it's been up. I relisted it multiple times, but in doing that, that means after fees I get less money, obviously, because there'll be the selling fees plus the $4 to $6 for shipping. So only make like $3 to $5, something like that. If I would have accepted the offer, possibly should have, but doesn't always mean they would have paid. Problematic part about doing eBay auctions, whether you get an offer, you accept, counter, and they accept, or they counter again and you accept, or whatever, or they win the auction. I sometimes have problems where they'll put the effort to bid or offer, but then once they're supposed to pay, it never happens, or it takes way too long and they don't let you know. That's always annoying. I don't mind waiting, but it'd be nice when they let me know. 30 minutes. Whoops. Guess it's going to be a twofer, and this will be part 2. Took forever. I'm gonna take a nap when I go home. Got like 6 to 7 miles, somewhere between 6 and 7. It's 7, I think, if I would have gone up the hill that I crossed, but it's so steep. I didn't want to have any problems going up either way. Definitely gonna try to get the Diamondback fixed just to ride it for a few days. Maybe do that tomorrow. The day got past me, even though I woke up at 5 or 5:15 or something like that. I'm gonna stop recording because I'm surprised it's still going. Usually it would have shut off by now, but I haven't used it in 2 days, so that could be why. Like, share, subscribe. Look out for 2 parts. All right, goodbye.